Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? And thank you for joining Business Entanglement. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Hey Autumn, what's up?
We done had such a crazy past week. Like we just had to come to
Girl,
the table. So we calling everybody to the table. You know how they be like in church, like come to the congregation, come to
yes,
the table, come to the table.
yes. Come in the
So
room.
yeah, come in the room. Like we want to go ahead and let us know that y'all here, y'all tuned in, y'all watching. Hope you check out this energy because we are full of it. And we are going to talk about something so dope and dynamic because I think it's needed and we're women in business, right? So why better not yet talk about women in business? So any men watching, we calling you out too. I'm
Calling
definitely
y'all
calling you
out.
out. Come to the table. We want to have this conversation. Don't be shy and timid because we're going to bring something back next week too.
Yep.
Cause I think the women in business kind of apply to a whole lot of stuff, but we ain't gonna go too deep yet. We're not gonna do it
We're
yet.
gonna scratch the surface just a little.
Just a little. Tiff, you want to tell them a little bit about you?
Yes, Tiffany, TKO Overby. I am the founder and owner of TKO Overby Business Consulting, where our mission is to build your brand and serve your business. We are a marketing agency for businesses. We do social media management, website design, marketing management, brand development, virtual personal assistants, everything that you need from starting your business to growing your business to thriving every place that you may be in your business, we can help or connect you with someone that can.
Ooh, awesome, awesome. And y'all, my name is Autumn. I am the owner and founder of ADQM Solutions, business consultant and business coach. I don't leave nothing on the table. I don't have a filter. I tell you how it is to bring your business to the next level. You have to definitely be ready for change, able to adapt, but never be too comfortable. That's my slogan, y'all. I remember that. Also, part owner of One Bridge Connect, which is a mini mall in a mall, doing amazing things here in Jacksonville, Florida. So please tune in and let us know y'all watching. Give us some shout outs. Let us know you here. Hey, Selena, how you doing?
Hey, Selena.
All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all the topic. Tiff, you want to go in a little bit because you came up with the topic. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and bring it up. Go ahead and go for it.
So, our topic tonight, women in business. We are wanting to dive into what it really means to be a woman in business, what it means to really be a woman in this entrepreneur world, on this entrepreneur journey. We as women, the interactions, the networking, the partnerships, the relationships we build with each other as women, as well as how we are operating in the market with the men, how we navigating through this journey as women.
Yeah, definitely. So it's been so much going on. These past couple weeks have been intense. It has been absolutely intense. I think I have been pushed to the limits in business.
Girl, I done seen
Problem,
some new
problem.
stuff.
Look, sometimes they have this stereotype that basically you ain't supposed to be able to do certain sports because you ain't a man. But
Right,
I feel like women actually operate in so many different hats that they actually are doing some of the things that per se a man would do.
right.
So it's like the ability to almost learn from them.
Yeah.
So Tiff, when I say like learn from the men, what would you say when I say that? Like, what do you think?
So the men that are around me that are like in my inner circle, of course, my husband, Jay Tobe, of course, Luke Lewis, the men that are in my constant working circle. What learning from them, I watch them to see how they handle their business. The areas that I know that I am weak in, those are the areas they're just naturally strong and naturally confident in just because of the testosterone that they got. So when it comes to negotiations, when it comes to charging for my services, when it comes to signing a contract and making sure money get paid, like the men be like, yo, this is what it is. This how much this how much it costs you. And we sometimes that women be like, well, normally I charge, but this is what I could do for you. And that's something that a skill that I really am learning from the men that we are around.
They have this confidence about it that it's non-negotiable. You don't like it, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like sometimes I feel we're workers, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's the mindset of being of a mom as well. I think we still have that mentality, like, hey, don't worry about it. We got to figure it out. We got to do it. In business, we do the same thing, and we take that, and we don't take the ownership. Like, no is no. No, you're grounded. No, you can't do this. We have to imply some of those things that we know in business, because ideally, your kids will eventually run over you. Your business relationships will run over you too.
I'm seeing that right now at my 7-year-old. Like, I'm like, okay, I need to shift my whole parenting. I'm following this girl on TikTok, and she helped me with my parenting skills. So,
look, like it's so real, and I don't think even me, I could catch myself. Shout out to my partner, Luke. I called him before the call. Like, I had this thing I had to write. Hey, what you think about this? Like, I'm reading it. Like, he'll come in and like put it on the cake, like, because I'll overthink it. I'll go too much. Like, I don't want to be too harsh, but I don't want to be too soft. So at the same time, it's like it's just being able to learn and adapt. And then there are women in business though that have that confidence. It is what it is. There's no fear. There's no nothing. There's no victim. You know, they're steady, like on point. And a shout out to them, because it takes a lot to get like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say that it's got to have come with experience. I mean, some women just naturally have it. That's naturally what their character is. So it's not hard for them. But the average woman, the common woman in business, those are some areas where we just are not 100% where we need to be.
Definitely. Want to give a few shout outs. Hey, Cheryl, thank you for joining.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Miss Stewart. I can't wait to taste some pumpkin cakes that you up there cooking. I've seen your pictures. Her son is a young entrepreneur, 14 years old. A big street, Warm Bridge. Awesome. Selena says she's doing good.
Hey, Selena.
Lady Energy said, ooh, that's a heavy one. It is a heavy topic, and it's something we need to talk about.
We got to talk. Hey, Jay.
Thank you for tuning in. And I got lots in music. Hello, ladies. What's up?
Hey.
All right. So, man, that was a big one in itself. And I think that was the opener to our segment, because it's a lot that we have to learn from men, and we don't want the men to disconnect, being that they can't teach us what we need to know to grow as well.
Right.
Because ideally, we're all still in business. And believe it or not, when we feel this sense that we have to empower ourselves, it puts us in the mindset of a single mother.
Right.
When you feel you have to be empowered, you create one heck of a beast without that support.
Yeah.
And that will be the beast that becomes competition, ideally.
Yep.
So yeah, shout out for them little nuggets. So we need y'all support, man. And I think it's time, like, I'm gonna put it on here. Men, we want to hear from you. So where y'all at?
Yes.
We want to hear y'all comments in this now. You know
what
I'm saying?
How y'all feel about women in business? How has your experience been working with women? Like the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's keep it real. Like for real. That's how we're gonna grow. That's where our businesses are gonna get better. We gotta know. Y'all gotta tell us.
Let's bring it to the table. So we calling y'all out. So trying to see these comments go, because I know it ain't all. There's a man on here watching, so don't be shy to come on comment. And then women, saying, let us know too where you see any challenges or where you see any difference, because I'm very independent and strong mindset. I will be to the standpoint, I can do it. I'm gonna make myself the ability to do it. But I also want the ability to grow as a team, because you don't grow by yourself.
Right.
Tip. So you brought up some statistic information. You want to go ahead and talk about it real quick? Because you brought up some really, really good points.
So I found a study from Writer's Block Live that was just done this year. And they had some very interesting statistics. For one, they pointed out that there are 114% more women entrepreneurs in the US now versus just 20 years ago. 114% more women business owners now than there were 20 years ago.
Wow.
That's our life. That's our lifetime. Like 20 years ago, I mean, we were teenagers. So just in 20 years, 2 decades, that has happened. Another thing that I found is that when it comes to the men to women ratio, they say that for every 7 women-owned businesses, there are 10 men-owned businesses. They say in this study that 12.3 million businesses are owned by women in the United States.
Wow. So I'm glad we're talking about this in business and the fact of the ratio from men to women. And I'm gonna go ahead and put up some comments really quick too. Shout out to Valerie.
Hey, mommy.
CJ, as a businessman, I respect you ladies. I believe once you remove gender from what you are doing, you will always be able to do more. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Sometimes it's to the standpoint that also we all grow together. So we can learn, from each other. But unfortunately, there are people that separate the two. In One Bridge alone, we probably have out of 28 businesses, maybe 2 or 3 that are men. The women overpower the actual One Bridge in itself. Keep in mind, I'm just talking about One Bridge. But a lot of men are maybe not more on the scene as the women are. And I think the fact of that, don't tell me that I'm not saying they're not operating, but they operate behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But men are definitely strategic in the way they operate or how they do business as well. Ty says she agrees.
Yeah, I agree too. And it's if we could, I would say it's easier said than done to take gender out of business, because what you and I were talking about yesterday, we as women, especially the type of women you and I are, we are very passionate, heartfelt women, and we make a lot of our decisions based off of our heart, not necessarily all the time off of our mind. Right. And I feel like that sometimes gets us in a predicament, but I can't see us not being who we are by completely taking our heart and passion out of what we do.
I definitely agree. My partner here talking about wise words, doctor. I think we all make different sacrifices. And that was something that you brought up as well, the different sacrifices men and women make. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't mind chiming in, as a man and as a woman, what are some of the sacrifices that you do make? Because I know there are times that I'm still doing the family thing, I'm multitasking, but I feel like I'm gifted at that because not everyone is. But I also think it's kind of instilled in me from being a mother. Having 2 kids, being able to juggle, those are some of the things that but I sacrifice sometimes the ability to do different things. I never miss my kids' games. I'm always at all of their games, no matter what's going on. But I sacrifice sleep. I sacrifice time with a spouse. I sacrifice several different things, actually trying to push and thrive in business. But I don't know if some of those same sacrifices are the same across the board.
I would love to know from the perspective of some of the men what they sacrifice, because from my shoes and from my 4 eyes, it don't seem like that much to me, but that could just be me. So let me know. I would love to know what sacrifices what that they are making, because we as moms, we as wives, we take away a lot of our me time, a lot of our mental time just to decompress, and we replace that with work, and then in between work, we take care of the kids, we take care of the house, we're doing the cleaning, we're doing the cooking, shopping. I mean, we still have a whole house to run while we're running our business.
Definitely. We have a few comments. Ty, But when the heart keeps getting burnt, you will consider what makes sense and never emotional.
That's true.
Definitely true. Valerie, I believe you still have to put your heart in what you do and love, which will affect what you're thinking and what needs to be done next.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is very true. And believe it
Yeah.
or not, there are many people who don't know how to balance them.
Yeah.
I personally was one of them, actually not knowing how to balance it all because as it's coming at you, you're trying to make it all work because that's all you know how to do.
Right.
When really there's some things that don't need to get that attention at that time and so forth. You
Right.
know, you're in business, it should never be before my family and everything else. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when you're trying to make it happen, you don't actually realize you're actually putting everything else aside and trying to make this business a priority. You know, they tell you,
Yo, when I
like,
realized my dishes was about to fall on the floor, I was like, okay, I gotta, I gotta do something different.
it's that thing they tell you, like, oh, that first year is intense. You got to give it all. You know, you have this saying you say in your head.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean like omit everything going on around you and like make business work. Like there's no balance. Like the
Yeah.
balance has got to be the key to make it work. And I think even when the business is operational, if you don't have balance, it ain't gonna work either.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
I've learned that I've got to schedule myself. I've got to schedule my chores. I've got to schedule my time with my daughter. Like right now, I'm supposed to be taking out her hair. It's half taken out. Once I'm done with this, I gotta go finish taking out her hair so she'll be ready for school tomorrow. Like I've got to schedule my family time. And Mary Kay has this saying, their philosophy is God first, family second, career third, which was a huge attractor to me because when I was in corporate America, they don't give a darn about none of that. It's what is career. I don't care about nothing else that you got going on in life. You are here, you work for us. I don't care about nothing else. So when that philosophy came along from Mary Kay, I was like, okay, there are real people, real corporations, successful corporations out here that understand, especially for a woman, especially for a mother, especially for someone who has life going on outside of work, that there needs to be a balance.
It definitely needs to be. I remember working as a case manager. These hurricanes and stuff come through. They throwing out mandatory overtime. Don't you think I got to prepare too? I'm the last one to go get these cans and prepare for my family, but my job has to come before everything because it's paying the bills. Like I can't express how important my freedom is to me because those are some of the biggest things that I took away trying to juggle it all at the same time. It was horrible. We got a bunch of comments that came in as
Come
well.
on, bring it.
No is a complete sentence. Can't do
Oh,
everything. Look,
oh, I got it. Oh, I'm learning that
I ain't
one.
even gonna tell you why. No, I can't. Just no.
Right,
Just
right.
no.
Like that be the thing. I'll be like, I want to say no, and I know my reason for saying no, but I don't want to tell them my reason for saying no. So then I don't say no.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you know? And it's crazy because I wanna be able to help everybody per se. But if I
Mm-hmm.
help with myself, I ain't worth nothing in itself. So all these things that dab, oh, you my friend, like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, nah, like I can't do it. I'm sorry, no. Like,
Sorry.
do you know? Like looking back past 3 months, I should have said no a couple times. I should have said no a couple times, maybe more than a couple times. And I'm looking like, bro, why did I say no? Like, why didn't I say no? Like, and the crazy thing about it is I said yeah, thinking it would be able to benefit, right? So
Right,
I'm walking away now without it. Where's the benefit? Like,
right,
I should have just said
right,
no.
right. And
Um,
we would be without the heartache.
yes, yes. All right. So CJ, success requires sacrifice. We sacrifice time, relationships, relaxation, etc. I've been an independent business owner for over a decade. Wow, congratulations. As men, we move different, and even as a single father, I made it work.
Hmm.
One of the difference between men and women is in business, men make it happen without making it known. Yes, I definitely agree. You know, like I used to say it all the time, hey, I move in silence. I move in silence.
Right.
I've truly not seen, you know what I'm saying, all women move in silence as much as a man moves. A
Yeah.
man truly moves in silence and has no emotional reaction. Like you,
Right.
no emotional reaction. It's really a gift. The way they just
yeah,
operate.
it is a gift. It is a skill that I want to learn
Yeah.
to the
Like,
best of my ability.
like we get hype off of so much, like excited. We see it come out. They be like, so what happened?
Girl.
And I'm like, oh.
I'm like when I be talking to my husband, I'll be like, or like a new opportunity comes along, a couple new opportunities that have come along the last couple months. I was like so excited, ready. Like I ain't even worried that the money ain't come yet. I ain't worried. I'm just excited. And he looking like, when you getting paid? How much you getting paid?
Just nonchalant, just chill.
What you doing to get paid? I'm like, but pay.
So we got a couple more comments. Ty said men aren't emotional beings. We are. Yes. Lady Energy said it's a gift and a curse. It is a gift and a curse. And that's where we come together. There's an even ground.
Right.
Because they miss a component that they need that's not there.
Yeah.
Valerie, as a housewife for so many years, but when I was introduced to corporate and then working on my business, now I see that I had to balance personal and professional. And sometimes it coincided with each other, but I knew how to handle it and separate it. Not everybody does.
No.
So if you can put some tips or something in here, because there's so many different ways that people actually try to find balance that they cause more confusion.
Yeah.
And then they almost just throw the whole thing away. Or they're completely lost and don't make a move. So if you have any tips, we definitely want to help to support everyone. Hey, Lady Energy said, please give tips. Please give tips. Those tips will definitely help. Today's full moon, I went out and got a darn fire pit because I'm determined to go out here and just sit and just relax. Like I need some.
I'm coming over.
I'm like, but there's got to be some balance because otherwise, like I'll be emotional. I ain't really doing nothing. I'm not productive.
Right.
Let's see. Scheduling is my biggest challenge. It can be overwhelming at times. What do you use to schedule? Do you use a program? Do you write it down?
Let me show y'all my last 3 weeks.
Y'all gonna laugh at my daily one. At least yours in different colors.
I have to. All right, your turn.
So I use this every day. I made it myself. Basically, I put the date at the top. I got the time, and I write down what I'm doing just for that day. And then guess what? I do a lot in one day. If I exceed these lines, I ain't doing no more. That's been my cutoff. I used to have a sheet and just write down things I had to do, and they were in no order.
Right.
So I had to try to put something together. But the calendar was good for my appointments, but it wasn't good for the little tasks. I may put something like schedule a post. I may put check my email, but it's like the little things that I didn't fill in the calendar that I did. But I start my day, and I also have 9 p.m. as a cutoff. If y'all know me too well, I'm gonna be in bed by 9 p.m. But I got goals.
Right. Girl, I have started with my calendar. Like I don't know if y'all have this problem as a business owner. Like when you finally lay down, your mind still is racing on the things that you either haven't done yet or the things that you're going to do tomorrow. So what I've done is map out my entire week on my calendar. Whatever is done that day is done that day. If I finish early, I do not go into my next task that I have scheduled for tomorrow. I cut myself off at the time that I'm finished, and I reward myself, whether that's being able to watch TV, just chilling in the living room, whatever that may be. I cut my time off when I'm done so that I just do not continue to work, because we will get in this rhythm where we are working 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a day. And it don't matter because you're still gonna have to wake up tomorrow and still work.
And it's crazy. Even when I did corporate, it used to be like you try to clear it up. Guess what? When you clock out, the same stuff is there and probably accumulate. It implies some of those same skills in being an entrepreneur. Because that guidance and restriction is not like how it was anymore. Now I make my own guidelines. That don't mean to have it open 24/7.
That's right.
CJ said the secret is to disconnect from work once you leave work.
But we work from home.
Once we leave our desk, we need to disconnect.
That's a mindset.
I got 2 phones and they stay with me all the time.
All day.
Both
their batteries be low.
Look, it's crazy because we are successful in what we do. We're coming here to this platform to show y'all we are not perfect. We're not perfect by far, but we want y'all to feel definitely comfortable that, hey, everybody can kind of grow with us. Yes. And honestly, this to me is like a debrief. Like I'd be like, whoa, I can't wait to come. I'm gonna leave it all on the table. I'm gonna put it all on there. It's an imaginary table right here. We're just gonna bring it all.
That's it.
Lady Energy said, y'all, I'm happy I came in to feed my entrepreneurial spirit. That's what's up, girl. Because I used to have all the excuses why I couldn't but be mad on why it's not working. Mm-hmm. These lives and writings more is helping me to feel like I'm adulting for real. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
She said it's all mental.
Yes, it is.
And if your battery is low, low is what I tell myself now. That's good though with the battery life, that you've got to be able to recharge. Like you've got to be able to do something to build you. Yeah. I'm kind of big on like the aspect of faith, but also using some of the things around me. You've got to be able to ground yourself to recharge.
Yeah.
Scenario situation, it's mentally draining at times. It can be really, really mentally, and then to see people hurt, to me, it's an aspect that also drains me as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to give a quick 30-second break, and then we're going to come back on, and we're going to finish this up with a hot topic and also prepare y'all for next week as well. So stay tuned. Keep putting them comments in. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Like I'm over here jamming.
Man, that'd be my jam.
Look, we be doing like, but I feel so myself. Sierra was called me earlier today, and she was like, Autumn, you're everything when you're just you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be you, and I think that's what makes me unique and authentic in business. Mm-hmm. I ain't trying to look like I ain't this part. I ain't trying to act like I need to be me. That's when I'm beneficial. Right. So it's just hearing that almost lets you have a sense of to be able to breathe. Right. So coming here is like, I can be me. Like, yes. Okay, let's. Yes. All right. So, Lady Andrew said she's going to recharge. Blessings, lady. And thank you so much for tuning in. Every Tuesday, 8:30, we coming with it.
Love you, girl.
Hey, Angie, how are you doing?
Hey, Angie.
All right, Tiff. So what else we got? Because this woman in business is a big topic.
So I wanted to know, like, you touched on just being yourself, coming here, just being free to be you, basically just able to let your hair down. For women, when we are in the marketplace, when we are out representing our business, how much of us being us hurts us and helps us?
Mm. That is big. I'm gonna speak for me. So when I'm really talking and I'm around friends, my language ain't the best as far as I can cuss. You know, I'm from South Florida, from up north. I have to make sure that there's boundaries. Mm-hmm. I also have to know you got to speak a little slower. But then also, as much as I may not dress the part just to go to the store, when I step out in business, I have to make sure that that is a part. So it's a little different, but it's also a change in the mindset. I believe it or not, when I first started going live, I would spray perfume. And why am I spraying perfume when I ain't really going out there to see nobody, right?
Right.
But it was, for me, it was a mind thing. I felt and I smelled good. So when I'm in front of this camera, like I'm me.
Right.
So it's like, it does a lot in the aspect when I think too, we wear the part of a businesswoman. It puts us in a mentality to function like that as well.
Right.
But if I'm in some sweatpants and things like that, I'm gonna actually act like I'm on the field somewhere. I'm working out. You know, it just depends on what you're doing and how you're doing. But it's a whole, it comes with a whole factor of different things.
I agree. I believe that it's just where are you going? Where are you presenting yourself? I mean, in my I have a Mary Kay business. I have my marketing business. My marketing business, I'm free to do me. It's mine. I do what I want to do. Mary Kay, on the other hand, is slightly different because you are presenting yourself as a beauty consultant. If I'm trying to get customers, if I'm trying to grow my team, and you meet me out on the street and I look like I just rolled out the bed and just threw on my slippers and my bonnet is still on my head in public, who beauty consultant I'm finna be?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I think it's and I think for women it's more of a taboo topic than it is for men. Because a lot of times men can just do whatever.
They
And
can wear
they
a button up and a collar and
be
in.
good and be dressed up.
Yeah. It's really different for us in business. I think sometimes too, to even prove our point, because sometimes they don't think we're strong enough to handle that mindset of what we have to deal with. So we have to come in almost with that resting face. And I used to get that a lot, like your eyes smile, but I'm really just like trying to, like, I'm about business. I'm serious. You know, like in my head, it was like I had to show and be tough to feel the part, because at the same time, I wasn't being considered to be that part.
Right.
I don't think I posted mom's topic. Let me see. Did I post it? I think no. When I was at work, yeah, okay. When I was at work, I was in work mode. When I left work, I left it in the building. Whatever I was going through in my personal life, I was focused on that and didn't bring work with me, work home with me. I told my previous supervisor in his face, I have a real life outside of the job, and that would come first. If I'm not handling my personal life, I'm no good to my clients because I'm not focused on what's important. That is really good. So Ms. Valerie, what did you do? Help us to understand and be able to see a date in your shoes to show what you did. Because I think too, that makes a big difference when you said in client space. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Tiffany said, I believe in all about presentations similar to what you said, Tiff. I can't be a nail tech.
A nail tech.
Okay, nail tech, and my nails are never beautiful. Definitely. I so agree.
I can't be a brand coach. I can't be no marketing manager, and I ain't marketing my own self. I'm not branding my own self. How I'm gonna teach you how to that's one thing. The hairdresser thing always comes up in this conversation. Your hairdresser, your hair ain't never done. I mean, that's because they always doing other people's hair. But it's still the presentation that you are presenting to the world.
I'm gonna throw this out here. I can't be a personal trainer and not be fit myself, right? I won't work with you. But let's rewind this back. I see coaches for football, my son's 17, out of shape, big. I don't necessarily know what you did in your previous years, but when you're out of shape, it lets me think that maybe you're not up to date with what's currently going on now. But don't nobody question that. Don't nobody question that coach that's out of shape that look like they played football like 10 something years ago and don't need to be in it now. Like, don't nobody, but for us, it's 100% questionable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not trying to throw no shade because we are going to bring on a man next week. And we want the dialogue because we want to voice, you know what I'm saying, what's not being said and heard as well. All right, Valerie. Facts. I'm from New York, so we have our own language. When I'm talking business, I go into my business mode. But sometimes my chilling self comes out. But that's all me. And most people love it because I'm keeping it real and being me. Yes, definitely. I hear that a lot. All right. So this was a good topic. So you want to talk about the topic for next week so we can let people know to tune in?
What is the topic for next week?
So who's the better businessman, men or women? Wasn't that? We kind of touched on it, but we also want to hear some viewpoints from different men. So I'm open to having 3 different ones on, and we could kind of schedule them periodically to have one on board and kind of rotate them. So if you're interested in being on the next one, we want to get your perspective. We want to help understand the dialogue and then open it up so maybe there can be more men and women conferences and not just a women empowerment, not just a men's one, but maybe amongst to bring the 2 together.
I think that would be awesome because I mean, we, like you said earlier, we can both learn from each other. What their strengths are things that we may be weaker in. What our strengths are things that they may be weaker in. And if we can get to a point where the conversation is had, the dialogue is open, and we can form a trusting network of men and women who really care about the success of the other men and women in the network, I mean, we would be unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We will be extremely successful, for so many reasons. But yeah, we need to come together. We also need to, if y'all have any topics that y'all want to talk about, like please message Tiffany or myself. We want to go ahead and we want to bring it to the table. We're not trying to hold back. We actually had a previous topic scheduled, and we want to make sure that it's a right time to talk about that topic. Right. So we're going to bring that topic back, and we actually are going to bring on different things because entanglements is just what it is. It's difficult situations, but entanglements also has been known for something else. It was to the standpoint of something messy, something that came out that probably did need to come out. And we want to talk about that in business because if we bring awareness, now it will prevent some other people, other business owners, entrepreneurs from making those same mistakes and definitely kind of supporting everyone's growth.
Absolutely.
You got any final words to?
Man, tune in next week. We definitely want to continue this conversation. We definitely want to get a little bit deeper into it. We're not trying to, play around with these topics. We really want to dig deep. We really want to hear from you guys, and we really want to have a forum, a place where we as business owners can really put it out on the table, whatever it may be, and get help, get resources, get guidance, get counseling, so that we can be the best business owner that we can be.
Definitely. And then we don't affiliate ourselves with people who are not on the right direction that we are. Mm-hmm. It's very hard to remove yourself when you affiliate the wrong way. So we try to change that whole aspect up front. Angie put that would be awesome, collaboration and not competition. I definitely agree.
That's like our golden rule.
Yes. And then mom said, I do braids, extension. Oh, okay, mom be doing hair. Look, I'm trying to get some braids because I cannot take this hair. Oh, she do cakes too. Oh my gosh.
Yes, she does.
All right. It's awesome. But we thank y'all so much for tuning in. And once again, come back again next Tuesday, 8:30. Send us a topic. We're going to bring it to the table. If you want to be on the show, let us know. It's absolutely free. We're coming here to bring dialogue, conversation. And like I said, don't come here not bringing it all to the table. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't leave. Bring it all here. Be comfortable. This is a safe atmosphere. It is public, but it's going to be able to help others. All right. Y'all tune in later. Bye.